Hello, y'all. It's Kadisha. I'm back with another video. I wanted to talk about control issues, and I think I've been seeing it um, more lately than not. So that's why I kind of wanted to speak on it. And we cannot control anybody except ourselves. That's the only person we need to be worried about controlling. And I actually witnessed this, like I said, more lately than not. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, we need to realize like we can flourish in every area of our lives and even in our relationships if we try not to control someone. So I was watching, I've been watching these individuals, and I see how they control without realizing that they're being controlling. And so I wanted to talk about control a little bit, but also talk about why control is more harmful than helpful, because trying to control someone leads to rebellion. You know how, and parents can attest to this, when you tell your child not to do something, especially if it's with a relationship, that's the more they're going to want to do it. So giving someone advice on what they should do or being an example is more of the thing we really should do, because if we're being an example, then they're able to see like, okay, these people know what they're talking about. So you're able to control but not control, because basically what you're doing is being an example, which I have video on that as well. But yes, it leads to rebellion. So the person don't want to speak to you, don't want to talk to you, don't want to do exactly the opposite of what you tell them to do, and you're trying to help them. But essentially, if you don't let that person make up their mind, it's only going to cause them to rebel against everything you're saying. And another thing is it calls for a lack of communication, because if someone thinks that they're going to be controlled by whatever, anytime they tell you something and you try to go into fix mode or try to control the situation, they're going to stop talking to you, going to stop telling you what's going on. And I'm actually going through that right now, and I'm trying not to get to a place where I'm not communicating. I want to always communicate. However, I can see, because the person is so controlling, that I can see where they're lacking communication in the relationship, because they're too controlling, and the person is just like, I want to talk to you, but you're not making space for it. You're trying to correct it, or you're trying to make it go your way. And doing that, it just leads to a lack of communication, or the person even not wanting to express that to you. And I've seen both spectrums, so that's why I'm able to actually talk about it, because on the other hand, I see where someone is like less controlling, and I want to just pour out in them. Anytime there's a problem, I want to talk to them about it, because they're not trying to go into fix mode, but they're in listening mode, they're in understanding. And if they feel like I need feedback on it, they will give it to me. But the other person is more of trying to manipulate the situation so it won't happen. And not to say that you don't go through situations where you can make something better where it don't happen. That's not what I'm saying at all. But it's just like, if you're trying to control every aspect of what's going on in your life or someone else's, this is what it potentially could lead to. It could lead to rebellion, and it could lead to communication problems. So yes, y'all, I hope this video helps you. And like I always say, remember to be the change that you want to see in someone else. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye.